Good morning, students. And how are we doing this morning? Very well. Now I want you to pay attention. Hold on. Is everyone seeing? Okay, so I have two triangles here. What can you look at these triangles here, please? Then tell me what you can observe about these two triangles. So take a minute, observe, and then let me hear what you realize about the two triangles. Yes, Krishna. One is bigger than one. Yes, you can see that this is a larger triangle and this is smaller. Anything else? This triangle, the small triangle, is half the big triangle. Yes, Krishana, why did you say that? Yes, because if you look here, this is 6 centimeters, and this side as well is 12 centimeters. 8 and 8 is going to give you 16, and 5 and 5 is going to give you 10. So it's half, right? Very good observation. Give yourself a round of applause. Good. Today we will be looking at similar triangles. And for today's lesson, the main objective is for students using the concept of similarity. Students will be able to solve the geometric problems. Right? Very well. Okay, students, so moving on, I will now be presenting you with a audio PowerPoint where you can see how we prove similar triangles using the AA, meaning angle theorem, and demonstrating how we can find missing angles using the side theorem. Okay? Good. So you're free to take notes. So pay keen attention.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, what I want to talk about little is with our similarity. Now, so far in this course, we've been talking about congruence, right? How to show that two angles are congruent. And then we even took into proofs with congruency, right? Remember we wrote proofs?
Can anyone tell me what is congruent? Yes, Ashley. It's when some two things are equal to each other. Very good.
Wrote proofs, said this was equal to this was equal to that. And then also we could say at the end, yeah, these two triangles are congruent by our congruency statement, which was side, 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 angle, angle, side, and HL, right? Those are all ways you could show that one angle was congruent to another, meaning exactly the same shape and exactly the same size. Well, now what we're going to do is say, all right, how do we show things are similar? So previous in our notes, we talked about what is similarity compared to congruence. Similarity, remember, has exactly the same shape, but not necessarily the same size, right? They have the same shape, but not necessarily the same size. So there's 3 different ways we're going to be able to prove if two triangles are different.
So, with these two triangles, they're not congruent because they're not the same. Because you see this is 12 and this is 6. But they are similar because we can see that they shape the same and they are proportional to each other. Okay?
Be similar. Okay? The first one is angle. Alright? And I'll give you guys an example of each one of these in just a second. Angle, side, and side. Okay? So you're going to want to write these down because these are going to be helpful in finding determining are two triangles similar or not. Right? Now we know how to determine if they're congruent, but the tests for similarity are a little bit different. So for angle, all we need to do is show that two angles are congruent, are similar. So let's just say we have triangle ABC and DEF. If I say that the measure of angle 1 is congruent to the measure of angle 3, and the measure of angle 2 is congruent to the measure of angle 4, so if you're looking at two triangles and you can determine that two triangles have exactly the same two angle measurements that are corresponding angles and they're exactly the same, then you can say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. That's all you need.
Since the AC, what is the angle of it? B, right? And what is the angle of the F? Because of E. Do you see that it's in the same position? Very good. That's what he's explaining.
Find two angles. Then let's go and look at side side. Well, side side, guys, is going to be pretty much the exact same thing. If I can show that proportionally, that angle AB is proportional to DE and AC is proportional to DF. I only need these two sides. Well, how do we show things are proportional to each other? Because that's not congruent. Congruent was saying one measure is equal to the other, right? We get those little half sides. So how do I show things are proportional? We use that by using the ratio. So therefore, if I can say that AB is the same as DF, which is congruent to the ratio of AC over, I'm sorry, that's DE. So if we can show that two sides are proportional to each other, all right, then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, and all three, sorry, side. If you can show that all three are proportional to each other, sorry, so you have BC is proportional to EF. Okay, so as long as you can show that three sides are proportional to each other, then you can prove that they are similar. And the last one.
Good. So it's like you said, these two triangles, this one is half this one, because you can see that corresponding length is half. This is 6 and this is 12. Do you see that? Okay, so we're going to actually work some examples. Alright? And we're going to use it, find it using the AA method because they give us angles. Right? This is 7. So, we would like to find angle R. How much does the interior of a triangle adds up to? 180. So, angle R plus angle Q plus angle P is going to equal to 180. So, we put angle R as X if we don't know what it is. Angle Q is 70 plus angle P is 60 equal to 180 degrees, right? So X plus 70 and 60, we're going to get 130 is equal to 180. So to find X, it's going to equal to 180 minus 130, and that is going to equal 50 degrees. So angle R equals 50 degrees. See? But that doesn't prove it yet. We still have to find angle Y. Right? Everyone getting to see? So angle Y plus angle X plus angle Z is equal to 180 degrees. Angle Y, let's put it as X. Angle X is 60 plus angle Z is 50 equal to 180 degrees. So X is going to equal to 60 degrees plus 50 degrees is going to give us 110 degrees. And that's going to equal to 180 degrees. So X is going to equal to 180 minus 110, and that's going to equal to 70 degrees. So angle Y is 70 degrees. Do you see the similarity? Do you see how we prove it using the angle method? Very good. Let's work one more example, and I'll be calling students to share the answer, right? Tim, what can you observe from the triangles? Yes, that the lengths are proportional to each other, because from WY we can see that PR is half of it, right? And then they're asking us to find PQ. So in this case, what we do, we'll put WY divided by PR, and that's going to equal to WX by PQ. We know that WY is 30 and PR is 15. We also know that WX is 36, yes, I know. And what is PQ, John? We don't know. X. So what is the next thing you think we'll do, Jasmine? Yes. We will cross multiply so that we can find the value of X. Do you understand that? Okay, so now it's going to be 30 times X, and that's going to equal to 36 times 15. Do you see that? But we still want to find for X. So what are we going to do, Ashley? Remove the 30 and water it. Yes, we're going to divide. So X is going to equal to 36 times 15 divided by 30. So students, so I have sent a link in the chat for you to get access to a very short video on the side angle side theorem of proving similar triangles. Okay, students, so listen attentively.
The last one, guys, that I'd like to go over is what we call the similarity for side angle side. And again, this goes back to our proportion. If we can show that AB is proportional to BF, and that's also equal to the proportion of BC and EF, we can also show that then, if those are similar, right? If those are similar in proportion, and we can also show that angle, our included angle, angle B, is congruent to angle E, then we can now show that triangle ABC is similar to triangle DE. Okay. So again, we can show that two angles are congruent. We can show that two sides are proportional. And we can also show that two sides are proportional and an angle is congruent. Okay?
Good. So, is that clear? Any questions? Very well. So, let us move on now. So, now what you're going to do, you're going to go to your OneNote, and your worksheet is placed in the activity section. And you have 30 minutes to complete your activities. Right? If you have any difficulty or any problem, feel free to ask questions and you may begin. So everyone is complete with their activities. Very well. I send the link, same on OneNote, for you to gain access to your homework, right? Yes, so your homework is there. Now moving on, we will do our exit slip, where each student will write down one thing that they have learned from today's lesson, and you send it to me, and once you have sent it, you're free to exit the class. Okay?